kind words on what transpired in Zimbabwe yesterday, where Mnangagwa and the president of South Africa privately met at the Prikapa farm, but the government of South Africa later on coming through saying, Cyril Ramaphosa was in Zimbabwe on a working visit. So both Harare and Pretoria issuing conflicting statements. I'm sure Ramaphosa realized how his name was tainted by taking a decision to actually be, I'm sure he was manipulated. This is what ZANU-PF does. They will manipulate, they will slide you until you realize when it's too late that these people have manipulated me. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, Jealous Mbizo Mawarire has not minced his words in terms of characterizing what transpired yesterday between Mnangagwa as well as also the visiting president, secretly so, of South Africa. He says the visit by President Cyril Ramaphosa to Zimbabwe yesterday revealed unmitigated decadence in the top offices in both Zimbabwe and South Africa, that we are now getting conflicting messages on whether it was a working visit or a private visit, as Zimbabwean officials calls it. Doesn't help matters either. What was on display was not just a display of the levels to which the two men occupying the presidency in both countries have gone to tolerate criminality around them. It went as far as making the two one with the malaise that characterizes the individuals they chose to hobnob with and parade to the whole world to see. More importantly, the two leaders chose to show a middle finger, not only to the citizens of their respective countries, but to the institutions fighting corruption in their respective countries. Zimbabweans had grown to witness with indignation the individual that President Ramaphosa allowed yesterday to throw his obese frame around him, childishly flaunting pictures with African leaders whom we suspect to have been compromised, so they turn a blind eye to the state capture and rampant looting of state coffers happening in Zimbabwe, but never thought South Africa, or worse still, President Ramaphosa, would stood that low to entertain such tainted characters in his vicinity. But from yesterday's showing, all the denial was blown away by shocking visuals of the men at the helm of a democracy that many Zimbabweans admire being dragged willingly into the den of thieves. It was shocking to see him dine and cozy up with criminals responsible for the economic rot north of the Limpopo, which has put undue pressure on South African government service delivery. I don't care what message he had brought to the Zimbabwean president. The sight of him being ushered by criminals, being investigated by his country's financial intelligence unit and law enforcement agents is the kind of thing that has seen presidents in normal countries impeached. It is this kind of political misjudgment that you don't normally associate with a seasoned politician like President Ramaphosa. Despite what is happening in South Africa about xenophobic attacks, the South African presidency has always been a breath of fresh air in Africa. We have been witnessing democracy at play in South Africa, with President Ramaphosa showing massive displays of top-notch political judgment and behavior even under extreme provocation. But never on any day did we prepare for the kind of political recklessness around the SA presidency like we witnessed yesterday. Didn't Cyril Ramaphosa know that the man ushering him yesterday was flagged by FIC for alleged money laundering involving 1.2 billion? Didn't he know that the same guy's brother is a fugitive from the law in South Africa on allegations of illicit gold dealing involving 15 million? Would Cyril Ramaphosa have entertained Thabo Besta's elder brother for dinner at his house while the brother was running away from the law? South Africa has been a leading light in Africa on issues of democracy and the rule of law. To see that legacy dragged through the mud by criminals in Harare was very painful. I just hope the SA presidency has a very plausible explanation to the madness we saw on display yesterday. I think I have said things, but Jealous Mawarire nailed it. I think what we saw Cyril Ramaphosa doing, as he characterized it, definitely disrespected the institutions in South Africa. Just imagine you are an institution in South Africa, you are dealing with a criminal, and then you see your president being ushered, dragged by that criminal that your country is looking for. For example, your president Ramaphosa goes to Malawi, and in Malawi there, is it Chakwera? Who is, no, it's no longer Chakwera. It's another. It's the president there. I forgot his name. Actually introduces this fake prophet. What do they call him? Shepherd Bushiri. He introduces Shepherd Bushiri, and Ramaphosa is seen with Shepherd Bushiri, a fugitive of the law of South Africa. Just imagine the disgrace, how that would have actually trended. It's just that South Africans, maybe they are not paying attention to this Wicknell Chivayo, but Wicknell Chivayo can be equated to actually Shepherd Bushiri. He is under investigations by South African authorities over large sums of money, and the president of that country is seen laughing, exchanging words with such a criminal during broad daylight. And you know, that criminal used those pictures to write a nonsensical statement to show really a middle finger to the South African authorities that are investigating him. I think that was brazen, to say the least. I must say that Jealous Mawarire was on point, as he always is on most of the issues when it comes to political issues in Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Apologies for the background noise, the rain that is pouring like hell. We have been put ceiling in our office. Is signing out. Let me love